Blue Beetle's got a panel, and we're gonna react. Let's do it.
5,
4,
3,
1.
Paulie back here on the Latino Slant. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you comment on this video. Make sure you do it now. So we've been covering the Blue Beetle as far as its film journey. And as you know, Xolo Maridueña is going to be the lead, Jaime Reyes, and its director, who is a very talented director. Soto was named the director earlier in 2021. So now there's an official panel, and one of the very few highlights for me from DC fandom, and it's amazing. So what I wanted to do is bring in the boys from Midnight's Edge Español, because this now has outreaching it's going to be more, it's going to be bigger than just the US. I think all of Latin America is going to be geeked out about the Blue Beetle. So here we go. We have Pablito and Diego.
¿Qué tal? How is everybody doing?
Man, what's going on? How are you guys doing?
Fine, thank you. You, Pablito?
Yep, really fine. We just came out of Midnight's Edge Español. It was a fun show.
Yep.
Mhm.
So before we saw a little bit of this, even this past year, as far as the movie and the announcements and covering it, what are your expectations going into seeing this reaction panel?
This is a character that I actually want to see on screen. This version of the character will be the third. Actually, there was two Blue Beetles before.
Right.
One used to have the power of ancient Egyptians, and the other actually found this scarab that he never got to use in the storyline that this version comes from, because he dies on Infinite Crisis. So it's an interesting situation, but then he gives the scarab to this young guy that actually is mentored by Booster Gold, and he tries to become a real superhero, and it's a really charming story. So I love that part. I want to see it on screen. I really want to see it on screen, and has a lot of different parts of the story that are not normal on American superheroes that I do like.
Diego.
In my case, I think the best way to describe it is a bit of excitement, a bit of caution either way, because of history with being, Warner, right? But still seeing more potential that actually is going to be a really good movie in general, just from when they made the announcement, when they made the casting, and when they got the directors, because I thought they get people who understand the character, right? Or who can play the character right. So I was like, okay, I'm really getting into it.
Well, we saw most of this panel, so we're gonna put it up, and I want you guys to just say stop if you have a comment, and we'll put it on pause, because this panel discussion has been up now for a while. So we're going to the DC fandom page, and here is the panel. Includes the screenwriter, director, and the star, and we'll take it from there. All right, go.
Hey, DC fandom. My name is Angel Manuel Soto, the director of Blue Beetle, and I'm super excited to be here. And with me, I got a couple friends.
Hi, I'm Garrett Dunet Alcocer. I am the screenwriter of Blue Beetle.
Hey everyone, Xolo Maridueña. I am Jaime Reyes. You might know him as Blue Beetle.
Anything yet, guys?
I will just say it's good to see that the people presenting this actually look manly and they look intense.
What is that?
Sorry, but the DC fandom.
You have this long hair. Are you manly?
Okay, no. I'm gonna give something better. Okay, first the fact that Xolo comes out and he gets all energized just for mentioning the character, or the fact that this is one of the few where we see both the director the screenwriter and the lead all in the same presentation. Usually we see a combination of one of those, only two of them, be it the
Right.
screenwriter, the actor, the director and screenwriter, director and the actor, So this is like one of the few times where we see all the three most important people in the movie per se, like together. So at least it's like building up better.
Also,
All
on the
right.
presentations, normally they try to, on the DC side, they try to tame it to show they are not threatening. So it becomes boring really quick. So having that presence outright and he being energetic actually gives me a lot of hope.
Here we go.
Just from that. Yep.
Excited to be here for this panel, and we'll just hop right into it.
I am humbled and excited to be able to bring Blue Beetle to life.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be crazy, but it also has feelings. It's all of those things. Like Latin American people are all of those things, and the movie reflects that. This contains all of what's great about Blue Beetle, in my opinion, in a way that's very exciting, and that's only gonna get better and better as these guys take it away.
Okay, put it
Scarab.
Just the fact that he talks about feelings, something that in our culture is so important because we are a very expressive group, It just shows the fact that they are going to try to put that expressiveness into the storyline as a whole, which is something I feel that unfortunately Hollywood doesn't really do much with Latino characters in general. They are very one-note characters usually. You don't see a nuance to them, but Latinos are nuanced. We're like, we expression when we yelling happiness, or we're angry, when we cry, when we celebrate. It's all we. I'm talking right now. You see, I'm moving my body. It's like,
well, there's
that's
also
how we
something
are.
very rooted in these men, especially with the writer, the way he talks. Very Mexicano. And very dynamic, like you said, with his emotion expressions, and I can't wait to see his what he brings as far as to the written script.
And that's needed. That's really needed here because if you don't know the story on Jaime Reyes, he has some really interesting interactions with his father that owns a garage and actually fixes cars. So he is the kind of old Mexican macho.
I was gonna save the Mexican mechanic stereotype for later, but you're right. Here we go.
Wait for it, people.
One of the most powerful piece of technology in the universe that has made its way across eons and eons and eons and landed in front of Jaime Reyes.
The thing that I've loved the most about comic book series is that you see different versions of suits. Like you see like the metal version, and you see the flying suit version, and this and that. And I'm just so excited with each superhero movie. You have to one up each other. So I know for a fact that any of the other superheroes out there who think they have the best superhero suit, I'm calling you out for a rap battle.
Wow.
Okay,
You got the best suit over here.
Xolo said something really important there, and is the Scarab actually can adapt the suit. So his suit can transform a lot. And I mean, it can grow cannons, it can grow blades, it can change form a lot.
So it's like a Green Lantern. Type.
Way better than Green Lantern, because Green Lantern actually needs to concentrate to keep the shape of what he's casting. The suit will actually do it by itself. So there's times when Jaime is not thinking about it, and he will grow a cannon on his arm, or blades, energy blades on his arm, and he goes like, "What's this?" Right? But that's part of the charm of the suit. The suit has its own life and can go really heavy on some parts, like having big wings or energy fields. That actually makes a really interesting suit. And that's something when he was saying we have the fly suit and everything. Yeah, Blue Beetle can grow that in an instant. That's the charm of that suit.
Diego.
And I was going to say, just look at the suit here in the picture, right? Like, this is a good still. Just the fact, first, how clean it is, right? Yeah. It's not muddled like in other images we've seen from DC in general. It's actually, there is care in the design. And I think probably you actually mentioned, like before we started, the fact is this design takes the same Blue Beetle from the animated, the Brave and the Bold, the Batman animated series. So it's a very, it's a more recent design. It's a more fun design. They actually seem to have fun with the suit. It's not trying to make it like other shows where it's like practical. If not, they're just trying to have fun with it. Try to show the extent, and also the idea that I think what Pablo says about the suit. Like, I think they're trying to do it this way. Like very, tight, right? So when it shows its abilities, it's even more fun and even more ridiculous because you don't expect it from something like this. Because
this concept art is this is an amazing shot.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
also, there's something important. At this point, if they are going with the whole story of Jaime Reyes, he doesn't really know what his suit is all about. He doesn't know how it works. He knows nothing. He just got it stuck on him and know he has superpowers and he has to deal with that. And that is a really interesting part of the story. And he noticing the changes on the suit is part of the story. That's great.
Let's go on. Yeah.
Beetle. And I haven't even seen it. That's how confident I am.
What I love about Blue Beetle, it's a deeply American character, right? What I really like about Jaime is that he gets to be a reflection of somebody who's been around us forever, right? A Mexican-American kid who wants to be a part of this world, who wants to have a piece of this world, who wants to be able to thrive in this world. And like a lot of people like him, finds himself hitting the same obstacles that a lot of us face.
Seeing the evolution of the Blue Beetle character, this film kind of like opens the door for the new generation of what Blue Beetle can become at the hands of Jaime. And like you said, it is everything that makes us who we are. One of the things that Garrett did beautifully was capture the Latino family in its core as how we see them, not as how somebody tells us or how somebody has seen it from a third person perspective.
So what he said there was interesting, is that what had Garrett had done. So the script is already written, so they're not talking out of their butt. They're actually talking from just probably whatever draft, third, fourth draft, whatever level they're at. They know they have a great story.
Yes.
That's pretty exciting, man. That's pretty, in calling it an American story, Mexican American, wanting a piece of the pie. I like that, man.
That's actually really ingrained on the Latinos that go to the United States. They want to have a piece of the pie. They want to be part of, but they don't want to lose their roots. They don't want to lose their connection with what they were before arriving to America. So that mix creates something really unique on the United States. And it's something that actually is great to see. I want to see that on the screen. And for a long time, it has been denied because either you have to compel to this stereotype or this stereotype, and you cannot be just a Latino in the United States. I want to see that. And Jaime Reyes is the way to show that.
Perspective. And for once, we're able to see a hero that comes from a family from a similar economic background to the ones that we came up and stands for and that represents the majority of the people who are the ones that are coming from the bottom.
That closeness of family is something that makes Jaime different than other characters that I had seen before. And that potential to me was beautiful. Peter Parker gets bit by a spider. And one of his first instincts is to hide it from his family. Well, you're from a Mexican family. Good luck hiding anything from anybody.
Yeah,
I'm so excited to be able to.
Anything, guys, with that?
Like, just to touch upon what he said before about the Latino family, being like a first person point of view of the whole idea, right? And joking around with it, the fact that it shows that they are going to have that care to have the family at the center of like his world and his morals, and it's something that defines Jaime Reyes as a character within the DC universe. Because most heroes are loners, but he's like
family defines Latin America. Even is
Mhm.
the way we actually create our sense of reality through our families, through the experiences of our old people, and through the adventures of the young. That actually creates a lot of our experience in life. So that is something that I don't think American movies actually do that great for the
Mhm.
majority. So is an experience that is actually needed. That sense of
Mhm.
family is really important right now,
Mhm.
and it's something that I'm happy to see.
Mhm.
Yes, I agree. All right.
Not only be a Latino on screen, but have the opportunity to show kids like you can do it too. I'm ready. We're gonna shake things up. We're gonna bring you guys a story that you guys haven't seen before, and do it with a smile on your face. So we're ready.
I'm very happy to work with this guy.
Listos.
I love this guy. So everybody, welcome to the family. That's all. And thank
They
you
are
for
acting
welcoming
like
us to the
Latinos.
family.
I like that.
It's
DC,
gonna be great.
thank you so much.
I mean, obviously, we obviously we get that connection of how
Mhm.
these hombres were acting, and is very to me it was completely refreshing and completely against practically 90% of what was on DC fandom.
Yep.
And no, I, you know, it was about what they talked about was about story, heart, family, everything that Jaime Reyes is about, and not about what we're so used to. So just in the
Mhm.
conversation, I'm very, uh, you know, I'm positive about it. I'm very positive
Mhm.
about it. How about you guys? Really quick, and we'll wrap it up.
Whew, I'm really positive. I just want to see Booster Gold in the mix because
Mhm.
that's the perfect combo. Because Jaime is childish, Booster is more pragmatic because he came from the future with superpowers to earn money. He wants to
Mhm.
be a millionaire. So that mix and the way they interact between each other, the one I'm poor and the other one, it doesn't matter. We can make money. Like that part is really fun.
I mean, we don't know. Maybe you're gonna see that
Yep.
at one point. So we gotta wait and see. And in my case, I think I'm more positive maybe than you two right now because of what I've seen. Those elements of familia and being, in this case, being him being a Mexican American, respecting that influence of his culture, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Just that alone shows me that there's a solid foundation for what this movie is going to be, and so it puts me in a better place.
And the lead. I don't think we can
Mhm.
stress enough how amazing this kid is, and it's really this. I'm trying to think of a superhero movie where it made a star out of somebody because he was just so charismatic and so unique. I'm already seeing that obviously in his work in Cobra Kai.
Mhm.
But to tell this unique story from that point of view, I'm just trying to hold back my excitement.
Mhm.
Because I guess what I'm talking about are the elements from what I've seen in just in this panel alone, the elements. It seems that everything is falling in line for this film. My
Mhm.
only wish is that HBO Max put it out in the theater.
Yeah, please.
Mhm.
I know one day before it goes, no,
Even if it's
and
for a
this time,
week.
Uh-huh.
That's my only that's my only
yeah,
peeve right now that I heard in the news, that it's going
Uh-huh.
straight to HBO Max. No, we don't want that. We don't deserve it. It needs to be on the big screen, HBO Max.
mhm.
Mhm.
This okay. This needs to go along with Shazam. If you saw the movie
Oh
Shazam,
yeah.
that actually is charismatic, is full of family, full of heart, is
Mhm.
enjoyable. If this movie goes with that movie, I will be happy because that will be two great superhero movies to have.
Mhm.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. Check out all our videos. Don't forget to comment. What do you think about our discussion on Blue Beetle in the panel and these gentlemen that are part of this project? Stay tuned for more announcements and updates here on the Latino Slant. Take care.
Wait.
Come on, y'all.
Come on, yo. Come on, yo. It's land. Yeah, but isn't this the unplugged version? I don't know. I think it's the unplugged version. All right, Paulie, let's go.